I talk about selfless listening. I introduced that and said when we're in front of a customer, it's not about us, it's all about them. Not about us ever. That's why it's called selfless. If I'm hearing you talk and I'm thinking about the solution and how I can help them and what I can do and what the potential commission is and all that stuff, I have now filtered out what they're saying and I'm really thinking about what I'm thinking. I can't possibly hear you. If I'm thinking of me, I can't possibly hear you. So I said to people, let's think about it in selfless listening and take me as the salesperson completely out of the equation. And all I'm now doing is focusing exclusively on you. It's all about you. What does that mean? Well, we're going to listen to learn. It's the first level of listening. The second one is we learn to understand. We understand to know and we know to solve. Sounds really cute, right? So let's think about what this really means. The first thing is listening and to learn is awareness. It creates awareness of the situation with the customer or the prospect that we're talking to. Important. For most salespeople, this is the eject point. This is when I go into full-out spiel about selling. That's not the place. The next step is that you learn to understand. You want to feel, I don't like the word pain in sales, but you want to feel their pain. You want to feel their frustration, their concern, their fear, their challenges, and you want to be able to go to a point where you have empathy for what they're talking about. And just so everybody knows what empathy is, I'll tell you a quick story. Because I used to hear this from people. My wife would say to me, Dave, you're not very empathetic. And I said, what the hell? They just got to get over it. So I knew I didn't get it. But, empathy by definition is actually internalizing the feelings that other people have. Absolutely internalizing as though you're feeling them for themselves. When your child skins their knee and they're screaming and crying, do you just go, yeah, get over it? No, you get down on your hands and knees and you talk to them, you try to make it feel better because you feel their pain. You hurt for them because they're hurting. That's true empathy. That's difficult for salespeople. You can sometimes sense their fear or you can hear their fear, but to feel it and internalize it, that's a big step. When you cross that chasm into empathy, people start to go, wait a minute, this person's more than interested in just selling me something. They seem to be more involved and more engaged in really understanding how they can help me. That's credibility. And we start to going so once we cross that chasm into empathy, and we start getting into understanding to know, we hit context. That's the big picture stuff. Like I said, it's not just the house or the zip code or the 3 or 4 bedrooms or all the specs that they describe about a house. It's really understanding in context all the motivations. Again, when I was in the office furniture business, people would talk about, they would envision their space, and I loved working with the designers because the designers would ask great open-ended questions. And the questions that they would ask gathered more information. Sales guys already making notes. Say, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. And they're writing down the notes and they're ready to move on. And the designer's going, wait a minute, you said, you like something in kind of a beige or tan. Now you're talking about, and they would go, is it kind of like, want some lighter colors or you're like contrasting colors? And they're going for a deeper level of understanding. That's context. And what it does is it helps you understand the bigger picture of things. And so what you think you heard, a shade of blue is just a shade. If somebody says, I want something in blue, well, your definition of blue is different than my definition of blue. However, if you go, so well, help me understand why blue in the first place. What's the motivation behind blue? And okay, you say, what kind of blue are you envisioning? And they say, well, something that's a little bit dark, not too light, but darker and almost like a navy blue. And I'll say, wow, context. There's power in context. And you're investing time in listening and learning and understanding. Now you know something a lot deeper than anybody else because everybody else is just filling down the tick sheet. Yep, got that. I'm ready to roll. Let's go look at houses. Okay? You really want to have some serious context so you're delighting your customer when you actually make the connection. And then know to solve. Once you get to this point, you know what they want, you know why they want it, you know the motivation and the issues and the challenges and the internalize their frustrations and their fear, whatever, making a commitment to helping them get to the answer. Even if you can't provide the solution. When you invest this kind of time building credibility, building trust, building rapport, requires that you make a commitment to helping them get from where they are today to where they want to be, even if you aren't the person that's going to provide the answer. It's so important today. People are looking for resources to the problems that they have. They're looking for answers to their challenges. They're looking for solutions. All they want to find is trusted advisors, trusted resources, trusted professionals that can help them get there. If it's not you directly, if you connect them to somebody else, they will always remember that it was you that got the job done.